With so many emerging churches popping up, and many churches who once were not emergent starting to adapt to some emergent ideas, many people entering what they think is a church have entered in to something bizarre. And they find themselves in a new world. A world without truth. A world of stories without a story. A world with no foundation for reality. The postmodern zone. If you find yourself in a church and you begin to wonder what's going on, and you begin to wonder, have I entered the postmodern zone? Here are 10 signs that you may have just in fact entered an emerging church. Number 1, their website has a statement about what they believe, and one of their statements is that they do not hold to creeds or statements of faith. Number 2, they're constantly teaching against other churches and Christians who engage in polemics. Number 3, they reject the commercialism of the modern church by making their church feel more like a coffee shop. Number 4, they have a strong desire to be relevant for the sole purpose of being relevant. Number 5, the term living incarnationally means living less like Christ and more like the world. Number 6, they argue that anyone who thinks they have a meta-narrative is wrong because they don't understand the one story that controls all other stories is the story that says there are no meta-narratives. Number 7, they encourage using metaphors and deride propositional teaching because it doesn't work, unless, of course, they're propositionally teaching about metaphors. Number 8, they argue that the church should be less theological and more relational, and then attempt to give theological reasons why this is the case. Number 9, they are constantly using language to try to tell us that language cannot communicate truth. Number 10, in order to argue against a propositional understanding of Scripture, they quote Jesus' proposition from Scripture that says, "And Jesus said, I am the truth." If you happen to be sitting in a church and have noticed any of these 10 signs, you may have just entered the postmodern zone.